Hello everybody, Chromus here and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Yep, that's right. We're back at this again. Now, I really don't want to go over what happened in the previous episode. If you guys are following along and seen it, you know exactly what happened. Weird stuff's happening and it's only going to get worse, I have a feeling. So I'm going to try my best and act like nothing happened and just carry on, okay? So without further ado, let us continue. Alright, so also before we go on, I don't know what to expect, but I'm still sticking with my path to just, befriend and, go with Yuri and stuff, so just a heads up. So I don't know what to expect, but Yuri's still a target. Alright, so we got Destiny, Together, Cage, Pain, Hopeless, Excitement, Desire, Marriage, Death, Adventure, Pain. Yeah, I figured that'd be something Yuri would care for. Misery, Valentine, Agonizing, Universe, Incongruent, Defeat, Uncontrollable, Chocolate, Pleasure, and Shame. Uncontrollable. Lucky, Playground, Whistle, Entropy, Philosophy, Suicide. That makes me want to think. No, you know what? What am I talking about? Nothing happened, right? Nothing happened, guys. Nothing happened. Parfait, Joy, Loud, Landscape. Loud? Okay, I guess that was Natsuki's. Anxiety, Disarray, Bliss, Insight, Bed, Vibrant, Scars, Broken, Sing, Color. Okay, Scars was for her. Candy, Existence, Holiday, Infinite, Horror, Starscape, Comfort, Strawberry, Disaster, Raindrops. I know she likes horror. Flower, Beauty, Giggle, Captive. Apologies. Childhood Party, Promise, Flee, Misfortune, Meager. Okay, Captive. Okay. Heart, Inferno, Dark, Vivacious, Cry, Games, Graveyard, Peace, Covet, Effulgent, Inferno, Lollipop, Frightening, Fickle, Anime, Love, Email, Rainbow, Raincloud, Heartbeat, Secretive, Frightening, Wrath, Sticky, Happiness, Fireworks, Shiny, Analysis, Sunny, Hurt, Time, Poof. Hurt? Portrait, Marshmallow, Judgment, Climax, Ambient, Pink, Special, Extraordinary, Fluffy, Shopping. Oh boy, I could probably get this one wrong, but maybe Judgment? Oh, okay, here we go. Friends, Uncanny, Bubbles, Disoriented, After Image, Cheeks, Lipstick, Feather, Fester, Doki Doki. So far so good. Wonderful, Precious, Nightgown, Pout, Fun, Variance, Kitty, Jump, Crimson, Embrace. Nightgown used to be Sayori's, I think, right? I know I'm pretending like as if nothing happened, but if I were to pick that and she's not here, what would happen? Oh wait, well, I guess always Natsuki's maybe. I forget, sorry. Empty, Silly, Romance, Electricity, Swimsuit, Intellectual, Hope, Skipping, Tragedy, Vivid. I remember Electricity was for Yuri. Yep. Sensation, Aura, Dream, Sunset, Milk, Depression, Waterfall, Kiss, Fireflies, Forgive. Forgive? Okay. Journey, Hair, Fantasy, Bunny, Lazy, Vanilla, Kawaii, Memories, Tears, Skirt. I remember she likes fantasy, but I guess that was Natsuki's. Boop, Treasure, Imagination, Cute, Jumpy, Calm, Flying, Massacre, Dance, Incapable. I'm pretty sure it was Massacre. Yep. Lust, Eternity, Spinning, Unrequited, Music, Essence, Sweet, Ocean, Pure, Headphones. Okay, Lust. Laugh, Vertigo, Contamination, Infallible, charm, disown, tenacious, melancholy, whirlwind, anger. Contamination. Vacation, sadness, extreme, ribbon, awesome, twirl, mouse, atone, play, dazzle. Atone. Question, rose, family, prayer, grief, unending, explode, blanket, cheer, heaven set. Explode? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing's wrong here. No, nothing's wrong here. Hi again, Chromis. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Chromis. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see at the end of it. Monica, you're kind of covering most of the... Natsuki mainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection. Okay, you're kind of blocking this, Monica. Monica, why are you blocking this? Okay. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Chromis. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh, if you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So I mean, if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked up a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help out but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be in the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for the split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. Hang on. Sorry, just something I know. Not on my screen, is it? No. There's literally like a glitch line. Wait a minute, I just noticed her eyes. I just now noticed her eye. Just keep going. We'll just keep going. But just keep going. Just keep reading. This is gonna be an interesting one. But I'm just rereading it, but it's just so that's the book you gave me, right? Right? I wanted to I accidentally clicked, but that eye was moving. That eye was moving. That eye was moving. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a harder time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Did she mention this last time and when I first started this? I can't remember. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to the... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. Was it always that gruesome? I don't remember. Honestly, don't think so. The book, I mean. Not that thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Chromis? Every time I click something, I'm looking around to see something weird's happening. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Might I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit it here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading it from my book instead. Sorry. Did I just say I was just bathing in something? I didn't catch it, went by too fast. But, you know, this is a video after all. I might be able to pause it and look and see what she's reading later, but... Kinda giving me the creeps, I'm not gonna lie. Here, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, haha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Okay, so we're back at this part. Nothing weird. Nothing strange so far. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the other side, to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? Turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Ah, she's smiling. Hey look, I found the Easter egg right there on the chalkboard. Creeper face. Sorry, distraction. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of you a little bit. Huh? Oh, there's her face. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guessed things she said and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Yeah. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Ha ha ha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Chromis? Hi, Monica. Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh. No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Haha, don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. That okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip back into my bag. So I can't even pick Yuri for this poem. Well, that'd be good then. So let's start with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Chromis, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put an effort. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from you, the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And then... Monica. Hi, Chromis. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hahaha. Don't worry, Chromis. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Chromis. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go so far for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I always count when it always counts when I put in some effort. Ah, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get to my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are there simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. Right there. Swallowing my fear, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Is that what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. You mean like my decision to what's going on, Monica? I still have my eyes. I still got you. I still wonder what the heck you're doing. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So now I can give my poem to Yuri. As Yuri reads the poems, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ha ha ha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate that you've written a lot of poetry before. Technically. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts to process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Palms breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. Again, you don't. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I usually think of your handwriting as pretty. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Ooh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chromis. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subjects of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Chromis. Ah. Me too. Just waiting for something to happen. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Chromis did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Chromis liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Ooh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Chromis appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Chromis started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others. Music's going faster. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy bit. You want to be edgy bitch? What's going on? What's going on? Edgy. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone for your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Or, oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Chromis hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels after he heard this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing here. Chromis, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Uh, Yuri! Monica? What are you doing there? Uh, what's going on? Hey, Chromis. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ha ha ha. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm good. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it into me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend the time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh no. He quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Promise. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. What are you trying to say, Monica? What are you trying to say? You leave Natsuki out of this. You leave her out of this. No, 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 no. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. Not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Chromis. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... What the hell? Did we just skip through all that? Did you just wanted to skip to that part and now we're back here? All of us... What is going on? What? Not gonna lie, I kind of want to end it here, but I still got time. I want to keep going. I'm sure you guys don't mind. So we'll continue a little bit more, okay? Oh my, what the, ooh. All right. Carrying on. Giggle, fickle, romance, sparkle, candy, cage, hope, lazy, atone, clumsy. Cage? Portrait, sweet, amazing, entropy, peace, embrace, frightening, despise, raindrops, ocean. Frightening. Horror, wonderful, ribbon, journey, extraordinary, unending, milk, bunny, twirl, uncanny, horror. pure, play, shopping, cheer, analysis, clouds, sugar, sunny, love, desire. Analysis: skirt, laugh, sadness, grief, anxiety, puppy, whisper, flying, secretive, pink. You're pretty secretive. Vivid, unrestrained, pout, lollipop, death, heart, hopeless, nightgown, fireworks, judgment. Death. Bubbles, empty, landscape, insight, adventure, sunset, disarray, marriage, vivacious, nature. Climax, pleasure, universe, tears, whirlwind, broken, prayer, kitty, scars, shiny. Captive, infallible, hurt, crimson, jumpy, special, awesome, party, kawaii, calm. I guess she's the special one. Color, strawberry, boop, beauty, loud, time, happiness, cry, vertigo, daydream. What's the... Rose, melancholy, blanket, warm, peaceful, excitement, breath, inferno, I kind of want to... I don't know if I want to click this or not. Oh no, I broke the game. Maybe I should have just ended the episode here. This is getting too much. Eternity, existence, friends, variance, unrequited, disown, rainbow, defeat, destiny, bed. Oh my god, there's not responding well. Electricity, holiday, bouncy, pain, incapable, fester, fear, family, alone, effulgent, electricity, disoriented, dream, heartbeat, hair, vacation, fluffy, ambient, whistle, flower, agonizing. I should not have clicked it. I fucking broke it. Melody, aura, smile, explode, poof, pop, silly, headphones, bliss, dance. Massacre, parfait, depression, after image, games, memories, heaven set, meager, anime, feather. Suicide, sing, skipping, vitality, papa, forgive, promise, infinite, charm, vibrant. Forgive, tenacious, extreme, music, passion, tragedy, graveyard, intellectual, wrath, together, Valentine. Cheeks, Doki Doki, kiss. Oh god, what is happening? Philosophy, mouse, dazzle, lucky, lust, starscape, waterfall. Cute, essence, fantasy, sensation, comfort, imagination, spinning, sticky, socks, joy. Saving now. All right. You know. Yeah. That kind of was almost the last straw for me right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to end this up. I'm gonna have to end this episode here. Sorry, this one might be a little shorter than the other ones, but I'm not. Doesn't mean I'm done. I just need a break right now from this. So yeah, things are getting really weird and it's pretty creepy. I'm not gonna lie. So hope you liked the video. Leave a like. Also, if you want to leave comments, by all means, go ahead. For maybe suggestions or something I should do, please feel free. I don't mind them. This is getting too much. This is becoming too much. I signed up for this. I will beat this however way I can, I guess. So, anyways, don't mind me. I'm just rambling on here. Without further ado, So, as always, ci vedremo nella prossima puntata. Ciao.